Hey there, fellow tarot enthusiasts. Welcome back to my channel where we don't take life too seriously and we like to have a good laugh. Today we're going to be going through all the tarot cards, but with a hilarious twist. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of tarot comedy. How many cards are in a tarot deck? There are 78 tarot cards in a complete deck. The first 22 are called the major arcana, and the remaining 56 minor arcana are divided into 4 suits: wands, cups, swords, and pentacles, or coins. Each suit contains 14 cards, including 10 numbered, plus page, king, queen, and knight. Let's start with the Fool card. This guy is literally walking off of a cliff, but he's so carefree that he doesn't even notice. He's like that one friend who always gets into trouble but somehow manages to come out unscathed. You gotta love him for his confidence, even if it is a little misplaced. The Fool card is all about new beginnings and taking risks. But let's be real, he's probably just a frat boy trying to impress his buddies. He's the kind of guy who's always up for a good time, but he doesn't always think things through before jumping in. Next up, we have the Magician. This dude looks like he's about to pull a rabbit out of his hat, but let's be real, he's probably just hiding a sandwich in there. He's got all the tools he needs to be successful, but he's too busy showing off his sleight of hands to actually get anything done. The Magician card is all about manifestation and making things happen, but let's be real again, he's probably just a street magician trying to make a quick buck. He's the kind of person who's always trying to sell you something, but he's also got a few tricks up his sleeve. Get it? Moving on to the High Priestess. She's all mysterious and ethereal, but let's not forget that she's basically just sitting on a throne made of books. It's like she's compensating for something. Maybe she's secretly a terrible reader and needs all those books just to keep up appearances. The Empress is next, and she's all about fertility and motherhood. She's probably got like 5 cats and talks to them like they're her own children. Her garden is her pride and joy, and she spends most of her time there, tending to her plants and muttering to herself about how the world is going to hell in a handbasket. The Empress card is all about nurturing and abundance. She's probably just a wealthy socialite with a trust fund. She's the kind of person who's always throwing extravagant parties and spoiling herself rotten. Moving on to the Emperor. This guy is all about power and control, but he's probably just compensating for his lack of, you know what. He's the kind of guy who insists on being called Sir, even though he's just a middle manager at a mid-sized company. He's got to stick up his butt and needs to loosen up a little. The Emperor card is all about control and authority. Frankly speaking, the middle manager trying to assert his dominance. He's the kind of guy who loves to micromanage and make everyone's life a living hell. The Hierophant card is all about tradition and conformity. But let's be real, he's probably just a cult leader trying to brainwash his followers. He's the kind of guy who wants everyone to think and act the same way, and he'll stop at nothing to make that happen. The Lover's card is all about romance and relationships. These two are probably just arguing about whose turn it is to do the dishes. They're the kind of couple that's always on the verge of breaking up but never actually does because they're too codependent to function on their own. The Chariot is next, and he's all about moving forward and achieving your goals. But let's be real, he's probably just driving around in circles because he's too stubborn to ask for directions. He's got a need for speed, but he's also got a terrible sense of direction, like me. Moving on to the Strength card. This lady is all about inner strength and courage, but she's probably just chugging Red Bull and pretending like she's got everything under control. She's got a bit of a temper, but she also knows how to use it to get what she wants. The Hermit is next, and he's all about introspection and solitude. He's probably just binge watching Netflix and avoiding all human interaction. He's the kind of guy who says he's going to meditate for an hour but ends up taking a nap instead. And next we have the Wheel of Fortune. This card is all about cycles and changes. It's just a fancy way of saying shite happens. This card is like a spin of the roulette wheel, and if you see it in your reading, it's time to buckle up and prepare for whatever comes your way. The Wheel of Fortune is all about fate and destiny. It's just a glorified game of roulette. You spin the wheel and hope for the best. It's like playing the lottery, but with more flashy lights. The Justice card is all about balance and fairness. This is Batman's favorite card. It's probably just a judge who's got into the business for free gavel. She's got a bit of power trip and loves nothing more than banging that gavel and making people feel small. Next up, we have the Hanged Man. This guy is literally hanging upside down, but he's so zen about it that it's almost like he's doing a yoga pose. He's the kind of guy who's always trying out new things and pushing his limits, even if it means looking a little ridiculous in the process. The Death card is all about transformation and new beginnings. It's just a fancy way of saying, you're screwed. This card is the Grim Reaper's calling card, and if you see it in your reading, it's time to start making peace with the fact that you're not gonna live forever. Moving on to Temperance. This lady is all about balance and moderation. She's probably just trying to cut back on her wine intake after a wild weekend. She's also got a bit of a wild streak, but she's also got the discipline to rein it in when she needs to. The Devil card is all about temptation and indulgence, but let's be real, it's just an excuse to eat a whole pint of ice cream and binge watch reality TV. This card is all about giving into your base desires, but it's also a warning that too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. The Tower is next, and it's all about upheaval and chaos. It's just a giant middle finger to your plans. This card is the universe's way of reminding you that you're not in control and that sometimes things just fall apart. Moving on to the Star card. This lady is all about hope and inspiration. But let's be real, she's probably just scrolling through Instagram for motivational quotes. She's the kind of person who is always looking on the bright side even when everything else seems to be falling apart. The Moon card is all about mystery and intuition. It's probably just a full moon making you act crazy. This card is all about trusting your instincts, even when they lead you down some weird and unexpected paths. Finally, we have the Sun card. This guy is all about joy and celebration. He's probably just day drinking on the beach somewhere. He's the kind of guy who's always down for a good time no matter what. The Judgment card is all about making big decisions and taking responsibility for your actions. It's just a fancy way of saying you're in trouble. This card is like your conscience on steroids, and if you see it in your reading, it's time to own up to your mistakes. Next up, we have the World card. This lady is all about completion and accomplishment. She's probably just showing off her travel pics on Instagram. She's the kind of person who's always looking for new experiences and is never satisfied with staying in one place for too long. And we are done with the major arcana, everybody! Now let's move on to the minor arcana. Ace of Coins. Remember, whenever I say coins, I mean pentacles, because this had a pentacle, but it's just too long, so I'm just gonna say coins, okay? Ace of Coins. Cha-ching! The Ace of Coins is all about money, honey. This card represents new opportunities for financial gain, so get ready to cash it in. Two of Coins. Juggling finances can be a real circus, and the Two of Pentacles knows it. This card represents balancing work and money, and the struggles that come with it. Don't drop the ball. Three of Pentacles. The Three of Coins represents teamwork and collaboration. Three heads are better than one, and these guys are ready to put their skills together to create something awesome. Four of Pentacles. Four of Coins represents hoarding and holding onto things for dear life. This guy does not want to let go of his precious coins, but sometimes you gotta spend money to make money, baby. Five of Pentacles. The Five of Coins represents tough times and financial struggles. These guys are down on their luck and could use a helping hand. Maybe they should stop buying so many lattes? Six of Pentacles. The Six of Coins represents generosity and charity. This guy is handing out coins like they're going out of style, and everybody's lining up to receive. Just don't forget to save some for a rainy day. Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Coins represents hard work and patience. This guy has been toiling away in his garden, waiting for his crops to grow. It may take time, but the payoff will be worth it. Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Coins represents mastery and skill. This guy is a true craftsman, honing his skills to become the best at what he does. Keep practicing, and one day, you, yes you, listener, you'll be a master too. Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Coins represents luxury and abundance. This lady is living the high life, surrounded by all the finer things. Maybe she can lend me some of her designer shoes? 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of coins represents family and legacy. This guy has built a fortune that will be passed down for generations to come. Keep it in the family and keep the money flowing. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Coins represents new beginnings and opportunities. This guy is just starting out, but he's eager to learn and grow. Go get him, Tiger! Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Coins represents stability and reliability. This guy is the rock of his family or workplace, always there to lend a hand. But maybe he should let loose and have some fun once in a while. Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Coins represents comfort and nurturing. This lady knows how to make a house a home, and she's not afraid to get her hands dirty. She's got the best recipes and the comfiest couches. And finally, the King of Pentacles. The King of Coins represents wealth and power. If you didn't already guessed it, this guy knows how to make a fortune and keep it. He's got his eye on the prize, and he won't let anything stand in his way. But hey, don't forget to have a little fun along the way. Ace of Swords. A sword piercing through a crown, cutting through all the BS and getting straight to the point. It's like the ultimate truth serum, except it's a sword. Two of Swords. A person blindfolded and holding two swords trying to make a decision. It's like playing a game of Would You Rather but with deadly weapons. Three of Swords. Three swords piercing through a heart, bringing on the heartbreak and the drama. It's like a Taylor Swift song in card form. Four of Swords. A person lying down with four swords above them, taking a nap or possibly deceased. It's like a scene from Weekend at Bernie's but with swords. Five of Swords. A person holding three swords and looking victorious, while two other people walk away defeated in the background. It's like a classic schoolyard bullying scenario. Six of Swords. A person and a child sailing away in a boat, leaving their troubles behind. It's like a cheesy inspirational quote on a poster, but with boat and swords. Seven of Swords. A person carrying five swords and sneaking away from a camp, while two swords are left behind. It's like a scene from a heist movie, except they forgot two swords. I'll call it Ocean's 7. Eight of Swords. A person tied up and blindfolded with 8 swords surrounding them. It's like a Saw movie but with the swords instead of traps. Nine of Swords. A person sitting up in a bed, looking scared and surrounded by 9 swords. It's like a nightmare situation but with swords instead of monsters. 10 of Swords. A person lying face down with 10 swords piercing through their back. It's like a dramatic death scene from a Shakespeare play. It reminds me of Bhishma? Was it Bhishma or was it Drona? In the Mahabharata? I think it was Bhishma. Page of Swords. A person holding a sword and looking mischievous, ready to stir up some trouble. They're like the class clown but with a sword. Knight of Swords. This guy is on a mission to chop down any obstacle in his path. He's got his sword raised high and his eyes fixed forward, ready to take on the world. Maybe he needs to chill out a bit and learn that not everything needs to be a fight. Leonidas. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Sass has arrived, everybody! This lady is sharp as a tack and not afraid to speak her mind. She's not here to make friends. She's here to get stuff done. Don't mess with her or you'll get cut. King of Swords. The King of Logic is here to solve all your problems with a big brain. He's got a sharp mind and an even sharper tongue. He will tell you like it is, whether you like it or not. Ace of Wands. Wand. This card represents new beginnings and creative inspiration. But let's be real, it's just a really big stick. The kind of stick you find on a hike and think, hey, this could be a great prop for my next TikTok video. Two of Wands. This card represents making decisions and planning for the future. It's just two guys holding sticks and trying to figure out who has the longer one. Three of Wands. This card represents progress and expansion. It's just a guy using his binoculars to check out the cute neighbor across the street. Four of Wands. This card represents celebration and happiness. It's just a couple building a really big fort in the living room to relive their childhood memories. Five of Wands. This card represents conflict and competition. It's just a bunch of people fighting over who gets to be the next big TikTok star. Six of Wands. This card represents victory and recognition. It's just a guy winning a game of Mario Kart and doing a victory dance around the room. 7 of Wands. This card represents standing up for oneself and defending one's position. It's just a guy trying to get his spot in the line for the new iPhone release. 8 of Wands. This card represents swift action and progress. It's just a guy trying to catch all the Pokemon with his friends. 9 of Wands. This card represents resilience and determination. It's just a guy trying to finish the last level of a video game after countless failed attempts, like Dark Souls. 10 of Wands. This card represents burdens and responsibilities. I said so many times, I started to get lip sync. It's just a guy carrying way too many grocery bags in one trip to avoid having to go back and forth. Page of Wands. This card represents youthful energy and enthusiasm. It's just a teenager discovering their newfound love for heavy metal music. Knight of Wands. This card represents ambition and adventure. It's a guy who really wants to go on a road trip but can't decide where to go. Queen of Wands. This card represents confidence and independence. It's just a woman who's really good at playing beer pong at parties. King of Wands. This card represents leadership and determination. It's just a guy who thinks he's the boss of everyone because he's the best player in his rec league basketball team. No one cares! Ace of Cups. This card represents emotional fulfillment and new relationships. It's just a really fancy cup that you got for your birthday. Yeah, we all have that memory. 2 of Cups. This card represents love and partnership. It's just 2 people sharing a milkshake at a diner. 3 of Cups. This card represents celebration and joy. It's just 3 friends having a blast at a karaoke bar. 4 of Cups. This card represents dissatisfaction and boredom. It's a guy scrolling through his phone, endlessly swiping on dating apps, which we all know does not work unless you pay. 5 of Cups. This card represents loss and grief. It's a guy who dropped his ice cream on the ground and is having a meltdown about it. 6 of Cups. This card represents nostalgia and childhood memories. It's a woman looking through old photo albums and cringing at her own childhood memories. 6 cups with flowers in them brings back memories of playing in the park and picking flowers with your friends. Just don't eat them, they're not the good kind of mushrooms. 7 of Cups. A person standing in front of 7 cups, each one containing a different object. It's like going to a garage sale and not being able to decide what you buy because everything looks equally weird. 8 of Cups. A person walking away from 8 cups, leaving them behind. It's like when you've had enough of your toxic friends and decide to cut them out of your life. 9 of Cups. A person sitting on a throne surrounded by 9 cups, looking smug and satisfied. They're like, yeah, I have everything I want. Come at me, bro. 10 of Cups. A family standing together under a rainbow with 10 cups arranged in an arch above them. It's like a family portrait but with more cups and rainbows. Page of Cups. A person holding a cup and staring at it as if it holds all the secrets of the universe. They're like, whoa, this cup is deep, man. Knight of Cups. A knight riding a horse and holding a cup on a quest for the ultimate drink. It's like an alcoholic version of The Hobbit. Queen of Cups. A queen sitting on a throne holding a cup looking serene. She's like the queen of a wellness retreat, sipping on herbal tea and living her best life. King of Cups. A king sitting on a throne holding a cup looking wise. He's like the king of a philosophy class, sprouting deep thoughts and getting lost in existential musings. Whew! Oh boy, that was quite a ride. We have gone through all the tarot cards from the Ace of Wands to the King of Coins, and hopefully you've learned a thing or two about these mystical symbols. Or maybe you haven't. Let's be real, I was just trying to make you laugh. Or not. But hey, I can't blame myself for wanting to try everything and anything to revive my dying channel. And what better way to do that than by making a video about tarot cards and explain them in a freaking hilarious way, which nobody finds funny. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch a video like that, right? Right? It's like watching a train wreck, but in a good way. And who knows, maybe some of my viewers will actually learn something from this video. Or maybe will just have a good laugh and forget about their problems for a while. Either way, I hope this video was helpful in some way, whether it's by bringing some much needed laughter in your life or by helping you learn more about tarot cards. And who knows, maybe you'll even get a surge of subscribers from this. Oh wait, me. Hey, it could happen. It could happen. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and remember, always trust in the power of laughter, even when things seem bleak. Good luck with your future endeavors, and God bless you. And may thy videos be forever hilarious.